I have noticed something strange. WeDiscover do not ask for any marketing experience for the early careers program. Isn't that crazy?
Maybe, but we like to do things a little bit differently here. So yes, it is a little bit different potentially, but we do like to do things differently. And the main kind of thought behind our early career scheme is really that we're investing in people's potential and their skills and their interest in something rather than their prior experience. So people on the early career scheme come from a whole host of different backgrounds. You know, you've got some that have done languages degrees at uni, some that have done maths, etc. So it's really, really varied. What we want is that people kind of develop the right habits and skills and interests here at WeDiscover. They don't need to have, garnered that somewhere else, but they're really growing with the agency. And they're kind of learning by doing just from day one. So, they're thrown right in there with lots of practical tasks and things like that to kick them off.
Hey Lucy, could you tell me how has your confidence changed since the early careers?
Yeah, my confidence has grown massively since the early careers program. I've been working with the company for about a year and I'm now working on quite a few clients, which is really great, and it means that I'm able to apply all my training really well and work on sort of real life client projects, which is really brilliant.
Hey Jojo and Nadia.
Hey!
What was the steepest learning curve for you too?
I think going from really intense training to then being onboarded onto accounts and then multiple accounts over time, I think that can be quite challenging when you don't have experience in that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think when it all clicked for me was when we jumped onto the client accounts and we had to implement everything that we'd learned in training onto those accounts.
Hey Ty, as the very first early careers recruit, how did it help you to shape your career?
Yeah, over the past 3 years I have worked across so many different kinds of verticals, and that's been quite insightful for me. It's really helped me realize what kinds of forms of marketing I'm quite interested in, and I've got to meet so many different client contacts, and we've really set up the new early career scheme to encompass that.
One piece of advice I would give to the new starters is just to have confidence in your own decisions and sort of use your best judgment on things and just integrate really nicely into the team and feel free to sort of challenge the way that things are working.
So if people don't have any marketing experience, how do they become a specialist?
Yeah, so this is actually now the 4th round of our early career scheme. So we have a little bit of experience in this, and we have a very structured training program. So the first few months are focused on developing those technical skills, so around paid search and paid social and data. They're very workshop, presentation heavy, led by our internal experts. And from there, individuals then quickly go on to being assigned a client and being embedded into those client teams to focus on the other skills around that. So communication, adaptability, resilience, and these kinds of things. I think the balance is very deliberate in terms of creating that confidence early, and ultimately the aim is to create these well-rounded professionals who are going to be here at WeDiscover for the longer term, can understand the big picture, and in an industry that's changing really fast, that breadth of understanding and resilience are what sets them apart.
What do you believe is the most important concept early careers people should grasp?
So for me, it would be the growth mindset, which is fundamentally the idea that skills and abilities can be developed over time as a result of hard work and dedication. I think this really sets people up for success, especially over something like the early careers program.
For me, somebody stands out if they communicate a lot and if they challenge the status quo. So that means not necessarily just accepting if something's been done the way it's always been done, that's the right way, but trying to bring in their own experience and trying to understand what else maybe could be done, what could be done differently, and then communicating that with the wider team, communicating that with the client, telling your colleagues about it as well.
when we're talking about best practices, we always want people to be asking the why. Why do we approach problems in this sort of way normally? Because then when you start to think about why we're doing the things we're doing, you can start to spot the situations where actually the best practice should be completely changed, and then you start to create innovative solutions for clients.
So long-term success looks like when an individual is confidently owning their work, contributing to the development of their teams and the clients around them. Because ultimately, we're not just filling entry-level roles here. It's about an investment into the future leaders of tomorrow that thrive at WeDiscover.
Hey Lily, how do you feel about having spent a month of early careers program?
It's been challenging at times, but I'm surprised by how much I've learned over the first month, and I'm really enjoying it.
And do you agree?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm really excited to learn about the social side of things, so I'm very excited to see where my WeDiscover journey takes me.